Hello everyone, Fred here. In this installment of TPP Dynamite, I'm going to be discussing some breaking news that I'm certain will warm the hearts of quite a few DCEU fans out there. Namely, how James Gunn, the creative architect of the new DCEU, has officially announced the rehiring of Henry Cavill as Superman, as well as a commitment to restoring the Snyderverse and completing Zack Snyder's vision for it. First things first though, if you haven't already, let me encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I post reviews of films, books, and movies on this channel. Recently, I've started doing opinion pieces on entertainment news and affairs. I'm also an author of adult and young adult mystery novels. To date, I've released 3 books: The Women in White, The Lethal List, and most recently, Textbook Murder. They're all on sale now, and there are purchase links in my video description below. With that in mind, and without further ado, I'm going to dig right into my topic for today. So as many of you know, there's been a bit of a rumble in the jungle for DC Entertainment, for that entire brand, over the past few months after the Warner Brothers Discovery merger and David Zaslav's appointment of James Gunn and Peter Safran to essentially lead the newly formed DC Studios and captain David Zaslav's vision for a new film universe, the DCU, based on stories from DC Comics. One of James Gunn's more controversial decisions was announcing that Superman would be rebooted with a new film focusing on a fresh, young Clark Kent at the dawn of his heroic career, meaning of course that Henry Cavill, who portrayed Superman in Zack Snyder's DCEU films and who was a fan favorite amongst most Snyderverse fans, would not continue playing Superman in James Gunn's new film universe. Henry Cavill himself announced his departure from the role via social media in a message stressing that he was disappointed, but that there was also no bad blood between him and James Gunn. Nevertheless, James Gunn's decision drew plenty of ire from Snyderverse stalwarts who couldn't imagine anyone but Henry in the role of Superman, and who view James Gunn's DCU vision that cast aside Zack Snyder's DCEU vision as a betrayal. However, to what I'm sure will be the delight of many of those same Snyderverse fans, James Gunn, who has developed a reputation for interacting with fans on social media, recently took to Twitter to announce that he's actually reversing course and that he believes he made a wrong move by not listening to the very vocal Snyderverse audience in the beginning. In a Twitter thread that he released earlier this morning, he specifically said, "I've been in TV and film for nearly 28 years now, and if there's one lesson I've learned, it's that the customer is always right. The audience is always right. They buy the tickets, they fill the seats, they keep us employed." After the fan response to my proposed DCU slate, my proposed writer's room, and the general critical and audience failure of Shazam 2, I've done some serious soul searching, had some serious conversations with David and Peter. And while I can't share full details yet, I can positively confirm that we've all made a definite commitment to honor our audience, our viewers, by restoring Zack Snyder's DCEU vision. I've already spoken with Henry, who will be returning as Superman for a follow-up to Man of Steel that will replace Superman Legacy and Steel release in 2025. I'll be consulting with Zack going forward, and we're fairly certain we'll be releasing a second Justice League, likely in 2028. Needless to say, those messages have set the internet ablaze with comments and questions from Snyderverse fans and just plain fans of the DC brand. There's plenty to unpack in those tweets, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to start with